guys, welcome to Taste to Explore. My name is Darlene, and today, my friends, I would like to show you how to make a coconut cream pie. Very easy, super delicious. If you ever had a coconut cream pie before, you will know that this is the ultimate delicious pie you ever tasted, and it's pretty easy to put together. So now let's go walk over to the very basic ingredients to get this started. Okay guys, now let's begin. Right here I have 2 cups of whole milk. Don't try to substitute with any skim milk or anything like that, or 1% milk. It has to be full fat milk. I have here a half a cup of butter, unsalted butter that's been melted, vanilla extract, 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, shredded coconut, that 1 cup of granulated sugar, 2 whole eggs, 9-inch deep dish pie crust, and that is all you're gonna need. What we're gonna do is blind bake our pie crust, and here is how it works. You're gonna take a fork and you're gonna poke holes in it. You're gonna make imprints and all around the sides as well. This will prevent your pie crust from bubbling up, because what happens is I don't want my pie to be runny or soggy when this bakes all together with the filling that we're going to make. And so this also prevents, when we blind bake, it doesn't puff up. So that's a key. Once you do that, and you make all the little holes around the sides and in the base, you're going to take parchment paper. Now what I have here is beans. Beans, for the only sole purpose I'm going to be using is to do a blind bake on pies. I will not be using these beans to cook or anything of that sort. The purpose of these beans is to weigh the pie crust down so it doesn't puff up. This does really well, and you can store this and reuse it, reuse it like a million times. So that's what I'm going to be doing. My oven is on 300, and I'm going to bake this for 15 minutes, and I'll see you right. Okay guys, now let's begin. Right now we're just going to mix our custard and prepare our custard. So 2 whole eggs, okay, 2 whole eggs are in, and if a little of the shell breaks off like it did now, just take a piece of the shell and capture it like that. You'll capture it pretty quickly, then try to fish it out with your spoon. Right here, so I'm just gonna do a quick little whisk on it, nothing too, right now we're just gonna put in the sugar and just give it a nice little whisk. Vanilla extract, we're gonna put a teaspoon. Mix our butter fine. Make sure it's melted and it's not salted. And that as well you mix to combine. Our flour has a pinch of salt. Salt is like a magical ingredient, especially when you're working with sweets. It just enhances the flavor. A little bit truly does go a long way. So just the flour is actually what's going to help thicken up our custard. It's going to help bind this all together. Milk. Remember, don't skimp on this and try to use low fat milk, 1%, 2%, none of that. It has to be whole milk. I mean, why would you want to like cut yourself short? I mean, whole milk is what's going to give it the flavor that we all know and love in this pie. So we're just going to mix to combine, and last but least, we're going to put in our coconut flakes, our sweetened coconut flakes. Perfect. We're going to remove this because our beans had done its job and they cooled off slightly. So I'm going to put it right back in the jar. So now we're going to fill it, and I can't wait to do it. Alright, so you're giving your, make sure you pour it in and try not to make a mess. It's going to fill up to the top, which is fine because it's not going to puff up so much when it bakes. So just take it easy and fill it. Perfect. I like a pie that's pretty filled to the rim. Perfect. Alright guys, so here we have it, our delicious coconut cream pie, made perfectly. It's cooled off completely. I had it in the refrigerator for a good 4 hours just so that way it can get chilled and firm up, and you're going to want to do that. You should never cut into a pie when it's still hot or even warm, because chances are while it cools off, that's how it sets. If you cut into it too early, it might be a little bit wet in the center. Not watery, but wet. And you're not going to want that. You want something nice and firm. So I'm going to cut into a nice slice right now. It feels nice and firm in the center, which that's how you want it. You want it to be set, not watery, not jiggly, or anything. So just making sure that my slice comes out. Perfect. Okay, let's see. Let's see without breaking apart. Well, it broke apart a little bit, but it is totally done. And I'm still going to go back and fix up that edge because I'm not using a good pie serving knife, but it's still good. It's still good. Beautiful. Look at the center. Perfect. Nice and firm, just the way it's supposed to be. So now let's give it a taste test. Okay guys, so now that you've seen how to make a coconut cream pie, you're going to want to make this for your dessert table on the holidays coming up. Let me tell you, I guarantee you that when you make this, this is going to be the first dessert to leave like that. I mean, who doesn't love a coconut cream pie? It is amazing. It is addicting. It is absolutely delicious. And your family are going to love you for it because you're going to make it homemade. And that is the best, to make something from homemade. It just speaks a lot. And to me, I love it. I try to do it as much as I can. But I do take my shortcuts here and there. You know what I'm saying? So let me do a little recap on how this was prepared. Okay, guys. So you've seen how it is to prepare it. Now, when you put it in the oven, you make sure you have your oven on 300, and you're going to bake this between 40 and 45 minutes, and just keep an eye on it on the 40-minute mark because every oven works differently. If you see by 40 minutes, it looks just like this, a nice golden brown color, then it's done. And if it's before that time, you're going to want to lower your oven down a little bit because it's just going to burn. Being that the coconut has a lot of sugars on top, that's why it gives it a nice little caramel color. But it's not burnt. It's absolutely delicious. It has just a nice all burn color to it. Beautiful, beautiful. And now let's do a taste test, because this is where it all starts, with that first taste. It looks so good, so creamy in the center. I mean, I'm going to take a big bite too. This is a wow. So good that I'm going to go in for seconds. Okay, my friends, thank you so much for joining me today in my kitchen. It's always a pleasure having you cook along with me. Make this. Your family is going to love it. It's not going to even last on your dessert table. I'm telling you right now. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up on this video. Don't forget to share and please subscribe. And don't forget that I do have social media sites. I always list the ingredients to this recipe plus my social media sites. Please visit me and stick along, follow through. You're going to love the ride of this food channel. I have fun doing it. I'm sure you have a good time as well. And just interact with me. I love to hear about each and every one of you. So if you can just drop a little hello, I really do appreciate that. And have a wonderful, blessing holiday. Alright guys, take care. God bless. Bye-bye.